Welcome to a great channel with Fury the Dragon here. And today we are going to be running some Campaign, New Star Plus. It will be really cool. Also, I want to, anyone who is also on here watching this, please give good support to Bandai Namco for making this game. It is one of the best games I've played since it came out for a long time ago, and I love it. So please give your support and encourage to them. I'll be running some New Game Plus with this game and put in some good ideas and stuff like that as I go along in this game. So let us get started. And also, before I do, as well, anyone who gets on this my channel, please subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and give me a thumbs up, and comment down below what you think about my video. I can hear myself echo there, bro. Yeah. That's... One thing I've also liked about, before I get started on this campaign itself here, I will actually go back to the main menu, not main menu, to the beginning base. There is one of the ideas I actually had sent to Bandai Namco themselves, and they're also who I support my heart and soul for, and helping them community by giving them ideas that might help them into improving their games better. It's just real amazing to do so I really appreciate supporting them too. One of the things I did discuss with them directly, of a mail to them directly, is having a way where you can change your difficulties at any given time to only to the ones you have already unlocked, so that way you can go back to any difficulty mode at any given time, at any time you want, and you can change it back to where you want as well. So, for example, I would have the idea to them of like one of those little special star bits, like right here, and then you just come over here, hit it, and it would bring up what difficulty level do you want to change it to, and they'll give you normal, New Game Plus, and wherever you've unlocked it up to so far. So if, say, you roughly got up to New Game Plus 4, it would show up all the levels from beginning to 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you can hit that, and then say if you want to lower the difficulty back to, like, oh, I want to go back to 1-star version. You would go up here, you would hit it, and then it would select which difficulty you want to go back to. You go back to 1-star difficulty, and then it'll change it to that, and then the difficulty changer will be right here at all given time. And then you can continue on your campaign as much as you want. And then if you say, okay, I want to bump it up, make it more challenging, like if you're, like, say if you're having to go to a DLC boss fight battle or something like that to do what you need to do, and you say, oh, I want to go back and start to a normal difficulty mode, you come over here, hit that, about the normal difficulty, and nothing as far as anything you've progressed, rather it's story or anything you've gathered so far wouldn't change at all. It would just swap the difficulty of where you're at for the time being. Then you could come over to here, teleport, and then go to one of these Fire Oblivion, or the Celestial Ice Prison, or the Eternal Abyss for the Thunder, Ice, and Fire DLCs. One of my other thinkings idea that just popped up of a fourth DLC. It's uncommon right now, but it's just a fresh in my brain. I did tell him that I was gonna think about it because I had to figure out really carefully because of the elemental things we've already had. We already got like a fire, we got an ice, we got electric. So I'm also thinking of maybe having 2 more DLC ideas to come into. Possibility of seeing if you can do, like, say, your next one could be a blood type DLC. And then, or, like, that way it's all blood type. You could get your weapons into blood type weapons. You could, like, get a one-handed blood version, two-handed, a halberd, a hammer, and a bayonet. That'd be really cool. That's one of my other ideas. And then also have one other one as a poison type DLC, where that way you could get a poison one-handed weapon, two-handed hammer, all that kind of stuff, and still get the powers you need from the certain skills and abilities, just like how they did with the fire, ice, and eternal. So those are my ideas for now. That is one of my roughly ideas as far as the DLCs, because I did send them a email information roughly about an idea for the DLCs, of more DLCs, but I had to figure out what to think and figure out what the idea could be. So that could be kind of a cool thing. How they want to go by doing that is up to their decision, because roughly they made the final decisions. But I could still give a lot of support and a lot of ideas into these things. And because Bandai Namco, I appreciate all their games that they put into, whether it's Xenoverse 2 or Dragon Ball Z games. I love that, especially Campain. Campain is one of my favorite games. A long time ago, I used to play a Dark Soul game, and it was too much, and I couldn't even do it. And until Campain came out, and one of my friends said, "Hey, why don't you try Campain?" And I was like, "What's Campain?" They said, I looked it up, researched it, watched a little gameplay YouTube of it. It was pretty cool when it first came out. It was really nice, and this was before the DLCs came out and stuff, roughly. It was actually really cool. It was tense, yeah, don't get me wrong, but I was new to it, and I didn't know what to do. And by that time, it was real cool. But now it's an old game, roughly still in the middle between new and old. I've loved Campain ever since. There have been times where I've actually stopped playing Campain for a time because I didn't have anybody to play with me on this game. But at the same time, I really love it, and it is the best fun game of all time. So my other idea, if they can, I don't know if they could or not, I'm hoping so, is for them to make a new Campain 2, the second one, and take it from here. That would roughly be even more amazing, but that solely depends on them, because I really would love to have a second game of Campain 2. That way you could still work together as a team, do more story campaigns, get more DLCs, more weapons, and all that kind of stuff. Roughly, it's kind of pretty cool. The way they had the graphics and stuff, that's pretty amazing.
Did you find something good?
Oh, verifier. But yeah, that's my rough ideas as far as that goes. My heart and soul goes to Bandai. They work the heart and soul of supports to them, so so I appreciate their heart and core and on making games, so it's pretty cool. Oh,
A map of the depths.
Den of the Dead.
Davis said he wants one.
And just so you guys know roughly, if you haven't noticed, this is a one-handed Thunderblade. Just for those if you are new watching this channel and you see this blade and you want to know what it is, it's actually a electrical Thunderblade.
Please don't do anything.
It is pretty cool, and I actually like it. I do have a Thunder one-handed blade. Getting that one, it took me time roughly to get that. As far as the fire blade, the two that I managed to get my hands on was the Thunder one-handed weapon, and I don't remember exactly what I did to obtain it. I can't say roughly because I don't remember. Unless I did like a Pacific Mage type build, which is a possibility. Roughly I use Ivory Grace for my one-handed weapon wave, or my two-handed weapon wave, or a Helper wave. Bayonet, I can use that for a bayonet as well, but between the Helper and the bayonet, I will probably run that because as a Noble Silver Fortifications plus 10, it actually, yes, up the slash and stuff may go up a little bit more, but also it boosts up your gift lights abilities to where you are a lot more higher than usual. It just depends on the build you run, determines on what code you run. Of course, you're gonna need Queen Slayer if you're making a really cool build. There are one bullet hit build. There is a one shot, which is a Helper hit, one hit Helper build. There.
Expectations exceeded.
I think there was more than that, but I wasn't for sure. You can make different kinds of builds out of your perspectives.
You are absolutely vital to our operation.
Oh.
There are more blood springs ahead, but the miasma is blocking the way forward. Do you think you could clear it for us again?
Of course. I could clear it for you anytime, Louis.
Thank you. We know where two springs are thanks to past expeditions. Let's go have a look at them.
The territory up ahead is teeming with the lost. Watch yourself.
Ooh, hiccups. Goodness me.
There used to be a lot of people here.
Which I need a lot. Actually, no, it was the Queen Steel I need to roughly get my hands on. Yep.
We found something valuable today. This is a steep slope. Was it level before? to use this.
Ooh. Yeah, I forgot he was there.
This is a bad place to fight. Beautiful. That giant thorn has made this place silent. This isn't the best place to fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as long as I'm not on... Because I'm not on my Xbox at all, bro. You're free to go.
This is a bad place to fight. What do you think that building is? There are a lot of enemies waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Letting my image slip. Look at that.
Now, if I wanted to, I could change that, which makes it normal. I could pump up to here, which usually anything like that will make it either roughly normal, slow, or normal. So that's okay. Just go watch them. Sometimes I can make it go speed, and that's okay. So, uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Watch for hidden foes.
Mm-mm.
Hey, what is it? You okay? Yo, Louis. You smell that?
Yeah. Human blood. An escapee?
Now, where did she run off to? Hey, chumps! What the hell are you doing here?
None of your business.
Oh, really? Then tell me this. Why would scum like you have the sweet stink of a human on you? The girl belongs to us. Put your paws on our property and your ash. That clear? Fresh blood is some powerful stuff. You hanging in there? So, what's the plan now? We know it's just a matter of time until they find that missing human.
You know the plan.
Hell yeah. Let's hope she hasn't been devoured by horrors yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't like those stuns. Never do, but first things first I need to do is actually go back up here.
Heading there now. This road is quite broad.
Let's see. Come on.
Where are they going all lined up like that? We have come to a crossroads. certainly use this.
Let's see here. I could use a rough to go for this.
What an enormous hole.
Now, roughly, this can take me to a new area location. Ooh, excuse me, goodness me.
You have to choose one way or the other.
Let's see here.
But was that...
Look at that.
Let's do some hits on that one.
The result of an unquenchable thirst.
Nice. Okay, I thought he was away. Okay. The only thing is, it's gonna trigger that, so I'm going to a different route. Let's go this way. Because if I hit that chest roughly, it's gonna start a blood wave of swarm of enemies. So go this way. So to outsmart the thing of ways of doing it. So the chest is right there. If we do it like this.
We found something.
Do that, because if I get in here and touch that chest, it'll trigger it. Let's see. And I'll get the other one.
Did you find something good?
So I'll put this stuff away in case we want it. The other stuff, so I'll put it up south.
Nice, nice, nice. Cool. So let's go down this way. I hope I'm going the right way, first of all. Yep, I'm going the right way. Let's go this way, yeah. Sometimes it's best to have a good map guidance on where you're roughly going sometimes. Really cool, I love it. One thing I don't like about those dogs is they like to stun your booty. They like to stun you and to where it's fully paralyzed and you can't do nothing. Monkeys!
The valley is huge. It's swallowing the city.
And he does that usually when you roughly get to him. It's his backup mechanism that he does when you do that.
The lost are doomed to
All
return
right.
in search for blood.
What are you guys laughing about here? I remember some of the enemies being right near here and I pushed them off the edge. That was nice. I wasn't talking about that, bro. Okay, roughly one right there. That's two right there. And another one right here. And then him. And I don't like when he does that because it's almost intense of his mechanism that he does it. That's another thing, but it's okay. If you could avoid taking damage from him, that's good. Roughly some of those guys will pull that, and some of them won't.
We can certainly use this.
That's pretty cool. Goodness me.
Used to be a lot of vehicles here.
Oh.
We found something valuable today. A stairway.
Right here. Open up the door. Ooh, chest.
What's hidden in there?
Actually, no, let's go ahead and heal real quick. Because there's some way I'm going to take out him. This? Now, let's do this for now. Actually, no, this. Let's go down. Let's see, go to one of my bayonets. I'll be the liberator for now, because it's the only thing I can use between that and that one. That one actually runs more higher than this one does. Roughly. Only reason why it's because I got that one equipped. But for now, swap these around for a bit. If I can remember the right patterns, it was Jack, that, to Radiant Barrel, Blood Sacrifice, that one was, I like how they did the graphics. It's really cool. I love it so much. I just gotta find my, oh, there it is. Ranged Impact. This one I had roughly as Flashing Fang. I love it where they're allowed you to have builds. Builds are really cool to have. I really love it. A voice. Goodness me, sorry. And that one was Overdrive. So this is roughly, as you could claim to say, as a build if you're doing a 1 bullet bayonet build. You also got a 1 halberd build. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Timing and patience about your builds always take practice. Always roughly. I have Justin because I had to practice on my builds theoretically. Okay, let's come down here.
Should we rest at the rest of
There's nothing for you guys to laugh about. I don't know what's so funny. Then he comes charging at you with attacks. Now let's see if I can sneak up behind him, backstab him. So I'll do it right. Nope. Yeah, well. As long as not, because usually with one right here, he'll usually alert the others with a horn siren. Roughly. If he does, he does. It's fine, but I would prefer he doesn't. I don't know if term. I'll show you how I'm going to take care of that little goon and then take those 3 out. There's a strategy I have, which is really cool if you don't know what to do. If you are starting out, the idea is to lower the big guy to you first, and then just go around behind him and backstab him multiple times. If you got that on your hand with a nice good weapon, or if you got a friend that helps you, it just depends on what they'll do. Usually if you're doing solo and you don't have much on you, like if you got like just a basic one-handed weapon or the Crimson Blade, which is Louis' blade directly, two-handed of Yakimov Oni Bane blade, those are for the good blades I recommend. But that is up to you on however you want to run it. Literally up to you. I prefer the Oni blade myself because it is strong and a powerful two-handed weapon for now. But preferences are always good. But if you don't have it, then you can use a Zellhander or other blades. As long as it's real good, you're good to go. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with him. This is usually a rough way of a little trick I learned on facing when it comes to deal with him. Mainly roughly. Now the other three right there, they're just bayonet shooters. I just gotta watch how specifically how it is. Okay. And since that one right there, roughly right here, fail surge. It shows it doesn't. Oh no, this one's actually Jack. So to use that, you'll need him. I'm running IOs, so right now I don't need it. But boom, 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 boom. Now if I can get close enough, lock on. And do this. Swap. Yeah, usually it's best to heal after that. It's however a choice you want to make. just depends on your play styles. It's really cool. Now, healing methods, if you're wanting to know who's the best healers, for supports, it's going to be Io. Mia is also good. You do have White Mia from the DLC expansion that you get from this game. She's also a good supporter as far as healers, and they're all mage ones. Eve is another good one. Those are usually between limit. I think that's a total of 4, I believe. Her, 1, Mia, Eve. That's actually 3 of them. If you're looking at support type to heal you while you fight, they're going to be the best 3. If you're wanting like one that's going to help you as far as fighting damage wise, that's going to be roughly either Yakumo, Jack, or Lewis. Or Louis. I call him Lewis, but it's technically Louis, so yeah, there you have that one. So, but yes, usually they're real good. They can heal you at times, but on that picture of them, as you can see where their name is at, above your regeneration health deal on that bar, on that picture, if she heals you, you saw it just progressing, going up. If you die the second time and your health gets all the way 0, well, that's pending. She ain't gonna be able to have any chances of healing you. You have to wait until it looks like that before she can heal you again. So that's a good tip of advice. Roughly on that. Let's see with him. So with that one, I'm going to roughly do this. Boom. 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 And since I'm just roaming around dealing with these goons of big boys, I'm just doing bayonet version wise. Usually, if it's a normal version, I would actually just use this. Sneak, backstab, take them out. I just have my preferences. We all do. There's always preferences on how you play. Just depends on your style. So, always run with whatever suits you and fits you the most. So that's always the rough ideas, is always go by what suit you in a build. If you like heavy damage, then two-handed weapon build would be good. If you're doing a mage attack, or if you want a bayonet bullet, well, and of course you know me, and what, like, do that. Usually am I talking to sometimes that's my fault, so. Yeah, if you're wondering where he came from those stairs. He's gonna be your next big boy that comes from right there. He'll just work his way down the ladder until he sees you in his view and charges at you like that, like he did before. Goodness me.
Sorry, I was.
It's a pretty cool game. I actually love it so much. This game has got me so addicted. I just don't ever stop playing this game at all, roughly. Now, how many times have I beaten this game? I'd say about roughly 3, 4 times. So I'm not going to give out extreme details because I don't want to ruin this for any people that are new to the game. I don't like spoiling anything except for hints and advice of what might be good. But I'm not, as far as the campaign itself, I'm not ruining that. I like to let the game itself show it. If you want to see the full extent of the gameplays, that's fine. You can watch my channel. I am not going to give out stuff that's spoiled about this game. Sorry, it's just me personally. I don't like doing that. I like to keep it respectful. Now, if you want that info, or like say, hey, what's the best, like if you got a question saying, ask me saying, hey, what's your best helper build? Okay, that I can tell you, but roughly there again. I'm not going to say it unless it's given to the deceptions. Like I said, every build is different because it requires it just requires different things. One, your passives, and two, your weapon of choice. A hellbird, it could be any hellbird as long as a hellbird either work. Let me show you an example. Let me see if I could go to. There we go. See, these are all, as you saw me scroll over. There's your one-handed weapons, all of them. I got a fire one-handed, electrical. Now, too bad they wouldn't add. That'd be kind of cool if they could add a third from the DLC of the ice and put in a ice one-handed ice blade. That'd be really roughly cool. So that way we have it, but I'll leave it up to them to decide on that. It'd be really cool, amazing, don't get me wrong. Because so that way you got a one-handed version of fire, ice, and lightning. That'd be roughly cool. That way you don't have to do like a transform these like something like this and transform into a lightning like that. So I like it where it's like this, where like for example like that, it's automatically like that. I can show you roughly for a ice since I got that in my possession. This is a two-handed ice sword weapon from the ice DLC. I'll show you what that looks like. Basically, it looks like roughly like that from the ice DLC. It'd be kind of cool if they put that for a one-handed weapon. So that'd be another idea, roughly. So that'd be kind of cool. And I'm gonna go back to swap it to that one. I messed up on that one. Let me swap back that to there. This one. Let's see. Back to my bayonets. There again, like I said, it depends on what your style is. To determine on your decisions on what you want to run with. Go by what suits you the most on what fits your style. That's the best advice I know I can give you for sure, because everyone has a different style they like to go for. Some of them like to be two-handed damager, or some of them like to like be a one-hander blade build. They're all good builds. Especially when you're working together as a team. I can roughly show you how to do that. In Pacifics. So what you want to do whenever you want to, like, say, oh hey, you got Sony, which I'm playing roughly here on my PS5. Now on my Xbox, as you can see, those are the combinations of a buttons of a Sony version. Just so you know, roughly. So, say for example, with like Sony, you're new and you got a best friend or a brother or a sister or a girlfriend, boyfriend, lover, etc., who play on the same system as you and play Campain. And you're wanting that you like she is saying, hey, I would like to join you on this game. How do you do it? I'll show you. So to do that, you want to come up to here on this for that says multiplayer. You hit that. Now this is what it roughly gives you. When it does, it'll give you this, which sends a distress signal to others to say, hey, sorry, I don't mean to cough like that. I do apologize. I deal with coughing issues right now. So I do keep that in mind, so I'm sorry. On this one, as a distress signal, it sends it out to whoever's trying to find you. Now, if you say, hey, I just want it from me or whoever's want to join you, and them alone and not randoms, you can have randoms in here that join, and I will show you guys on that here in a minute. You also have this where in order to join someone, roughly, I also found out, just to give it a little example, make sure you both are in the same area as far as map wise, because otherwise the search of joining someone will not work. Me and my brother has done that on Xbox version for the same game, and it doesn't work out like that. You have to be in the same map for it to work. It don't have to be the same missile, no. But as long as you're on the same map, it'll work. Now, back to what I was explaining about. Roughly about if you want, like with this one, the only way, like if your lover say, I have a girlfriend, just an example, and she plays this game, and she wanted my help, I would tell her to first hit triangle for Sony, Y for Xbox. I don't know roughly what the button is for PC, because I've never played PC on this system. I actually have a buddy of mine who does, and he's a good best friend of mine. I could get a hold of him and talk to him sometime tomorrow and find out what button it is for that. But he's asleep right now, so I'm not going to bother him. So basically, if you're wanting something, hang on, bro. If you're wanting someone to join you and you want it set for just you and your, like, say if I have a wife and I want my wife to join me or me to join her. Like just say for example, she wants me to join her and help her on this game, in the story campaign. I will tell her to come to here, and then she said, okay, what do I do here next? I said, what you want to do is go up here and make your matchmaking password set, and then do this, and then you can set exactly whatever you want. See, with mine, it's at Dragon09, and then have it set. And then she has to go, like, basically, she has to set that as whatever password she wants. You have to match it on yours as a password as well. Keep it as set. Now, code name, that's just what the character displays, whether it's your code name or gamertag name, like ID, online ID, which is Sony, gamertag versus to Xbox. So, also, it does, also require you have to keep these the same and the password the same for it to also work. If you have that as no restriction, that's no restriction, that's North America, and say she has hers as restriction in North America, it's not going to work. It has to be the same when joining someone or they join you. That's how multiplayer works. So, it's really cool. My brother had gave me an idea to discuss about this one. Roughly, I don't know. It is an idea to throw out. For as far as the campaign itself, I would like saying he was wanting to see if they can make this game a 4-player. Like, say if someone joins you, you can have up to 4 people joining you through this stuff. But there again, to my theory, I like to keep it at at least maybe one more person. That'd be okay for like maybe you and 2 other people. That's good. But 4, as far as the campaign itself goes, no, that'd be roughly too much. I could see it be too fast. Now, I do, however, kind of thinking that idea, like if you're basically playing the beginning level, you can have like one and another person join you. That'd be a cool idea. However, that'd be kind of cool for another extra person, just a 3rd person. Now, if you're doing a DLC boss, however, like a fire, ice, thunder, and you need help, like if you don't know what you're doing and you need someone to join you and help you on those DLC bosses, then yes, I agree. Having a 3rd or 4th people all together help you out. But the person that's gonna get the achievement as far as obtaining the material or weapon or anything like that is gonna come to you directly because it's your end, not their end. So that's gonna have roughly how it works. Which I respect that way. Because otherwise it makes them feel like they're the ones doing it and they get the achievement, but yeah, it's on your end. If you join them, they'll get the achievements, but you'll help them beat the boss. Roughly, vice versa. But yeah, that's the idea. My brother was bringing that up to my attention. He asked me about that and thought that'd be a good idea to share. So I'd be bringing it up to attention of that. Having more than just like maybe just one. Hang on. Nope. Like having one more extra person. Like maybe make it just a 3-person whenever they join together. That'd be cool. But not go too far, be cut out. I did not mean to do that. That was silly of me. Yeah, sometimes I could be silly and not know what I'm pushing on my buttons here while I'm watching the same screen. Some of them will be like, what do you mean you're watching it, aren't you? It's like, yeah, I kind of am, but I'm also a little sidetracked a little bit. But that's another good idea that could be put into the theory for Bandai Namco. If you guys are roughly watching, I want to see if that was a theory of you guys to see if you could be able to have it to where we can maybe possibility do another one more person in joining multiplayer mode to where it's definitely 2, it's roughly 3-player multi. I wouldn't suggest a 4-player mode because I kind of agree on seeing it could make it too easy. And a little bit of challenge is okay, but not too easy. But especially on the new beginners, and they're very, very new, they don't know what they're doing, they need some help, it's good. Especially the DLC bosses. That's a theory of the opinion asked. So I'll leave that, guys, up to your decisions. So that's just a theory asked question on if you could. If not, and you just keep it that way, that's all good too. I respect that. I just want to deal with him and get that out of the way so I can get that one. But as far as Campain, it can get difficult at the beginning, especially when you're new and you're not knowing what to do. That's understandable. That's very, very understandable. When I first played this game, I was clueless. I didn't know what I was doing. Out of honesty, I didn't. Now, roughly, I'll show you what the cutscene's gonna be, and then I will teleport back to my missile, and then I'll get ready for the builds. Now, I could do a build with this like I did earlier before, but I'm gonna roughly show you on another build that I personally like using myself. I also like using this. It's a one bullet hit. Now, it doesn't mean exactly it's gonna be one hit down. Now, be in mind, there are times where you can perform it. You have to time that good. And it's nothing against the game, anything wrong. It's just part of the game. You can do it to make a good hit, because I've seen people do it lots of times. And they've shown it. And it's been on YouTube before. So, yes. I've seen it on other streamers when they stream it. So, let us show this, and I will roughly show you the cutscene.
Let go of me!
We lost the race. Well, strength succeeds where speed fails.
This place is...
Hurry it up, damn wretch! Without your blood, we'll all suffer. Or didn't you think about that when you ran off?
But he's also not paying attention because he's got boss that just knocked him like that. The butterfly boss. I call her butterfly bug.
Take him somewhere safe.
You owe me for this.
The mystery is still a mystery on who roughly is on that one. As far as that goes, just so you know, you probably figured out what missile I used. I used the missile route right there on my side, so you saw it move. Get one of those, and is a let me show you right here. It is missile route. You get it farther down in the game. I'm not gonna give that out unless it's just asked, roughly. Like I said, I could be a bit respectful. You get it later farther down to the game, and you get this. So what this does is that, like you just saw, I didn't use any of my haze. This makes it to where if you go to a boss fight and say, okay, you died and you want to collect your haze real quick and go back to the missile and reset up again, you use this missile right here, and just make sure you go in, collect your haze, and hit that and hit yes, and then you'll get back to here. But you gotta do it in a time fast manner before she attacks you, because if she attacks you and does damage to you, you gotta wait and get out of her way before you can perform it again. So doing that with her is not an issue. Some bosses are fast speeders, so you just gotta time stuff correctly. So I'm gonna show you what I mean by one of my favorite builds. Now, I don't know if it'll work. Still roughly on that consideration. So what I'm gonna do this is go back to the build that I had before on here, on my skills. So let's see. Let's go with ice. Let's see, that one was set as, just to make it easier, that way, so in that way you're not seeing me go up and down non-stop, and it could give you a headache or confusions. Put overdrive in there. Blood sacrifice there. Final journey there. Flashing bang there. Let's go to Jack there. This one. Bridge to Glory. And before I do it, I'm going to swap this. Go up to here to my Obliterated Axe Fortification plus 10. Hit that. Now, roughly. As you can see, roughly, that's at 12. Now, I could go up there and it gives you up to 13, which is going to be more higher hit. There's another one called Dawn Call Fortification that gives you your physical drain attack of the physics up higher, but it lowers that stuff down as far as your light gifts or dark gifts. It just depends on it. So it depends on the build, determines on what kind of blood code will help you on your phasing, on skills, your set percentages, and I can actually show you one of my ones I actually did before that helped me with my one-handed weapon builds that I like running. I'd have to figure out which and where and what, but I can figure that out too. I can do that, but like I said, that one's gonna be the best bet because, like I said, the physics attack is gonna be at 9, but as you can see, if I go here again, it's gonna lower that down. So, but it'll bring up your dark gifts up to a little bit more. So the best bet, if you're like just want to do normal, for instance, could be the best bet for that one. But if you're doing a specific other thing, that one would. But it depends. Alright. That's what it looks like too. You get this one further on the game, in mid-game. Jin, I will say he's a tanky little sucker. Taking him out, I'll show you using the bayonet shooting bullet shot that I showed you here. I'll show you what I roughly do on as far as him. He's a little tricky one. Roughly because, ooh, get behind, and I hate it when ooh, yes. It's just, these guys do get harder the farther you go into the game. So it just depends on, like I said, depends on what you're good at. But don't rush it too fast. Always take your time. If you got friends that you know that know how to play this game well, that join you, that is excellent. I welcome this game to everyone. Again, Bandai Namco was the ones who put their heart and soul into this game, and I love this game and cherish that, and I will always give my heart and support to them to the highest bidder. So, I appreciate them. And I would love to see a second one of Campain 2. Now, that depends on their decisions as far as that goes. I would recommend them to make Campain 2 and progress farther and do more things interesting and see what they do as far as creativities would be kind of cool. I like that because I would always play the game of Campain 2, Sparkling Zero, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, so yeah. So roughly right now that shows, go here, get some iCore up. Alright, this is one of my favorite builds I'm about ready to perform and show you guys. Boom, 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 boom. There's different ways you can run this. Again, this roughly depends on Final Journey, Merciless Reaper, Overdrive, and Frost.
Don't give in so easily.
come here. Survival instinct. Severn Abyss. And boom. That is one of my favorite builds, which is called a one-hit helper build. This is part of the game that's in it. I love it. But here's the kicker. You have to time it correctly and nail it right. But not all wet enemies are gonna face that like that.
Answer me! Where did you take her?
We're taking custody of the girl.
That human belongs to us. We will take her back.
Humans aren't property. They have the same right to live that any of us do.
Don't give me that noble act. They have no rights. And why shouldn't we feed on them? We're the ones keeping them safe after all. Why were we kicked out of our graves? Who did we die for? Again and again at the Queen's hand. We writhe with this terrible thirst. We live in fear of joining the ranks of the lost. And for whose sake? It's all in the service of humans. If blood is the only price they have to pay, then they have a pretty good deal.
That doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want with them.
And what about the rights of revenants? Huh? It's not like we're choosing to live this way because it's such a barrel of laughs.
That should be enough to get you through a month or so.
Whoa, whoa, hold on a minute.
Just make sure that you and I never cross paths again. This is your one and only warning.
No way. The Crimson Sword?
I guess we'll be rationing for a while. Oh well. What is lost can be found again, huh?
I swear I'll end it. The Revenant's suffering must end.
I love this game so much, it's real fun. So basically there's two ways I could continue. Their original way. It just depends on however you want to run it. Earlier back in my video here today, more before I reached in this area, you saw that one hole in the center of the area. That, like I explained, that leads to a different location. That does lead to a different location. Now, you can run into that first, and then come up to here next. It roughly depends on what you decide.
Okay, we can trace the flow of the blood beads from here. Just a sec. Give me a moment to finish this, then we can head out. Our destination is this way. This should get us there.
We set? All right then. I know you're there.
What are you?
Stay back! I'm the one who decides how I live. I won't listen to you anymore.
That's fine. Just put down the knife.
I'm sick and tired of it! Day after day having my blood sucked by every passing revenant. I'm not an animal!
You're right. And we can help you. I know someone who can take you to one of the government shelters for humans. If you ask, they'll take you in, and you'll be able to live in safety.
What?
You won't have to spend your days living in fear of revenants anymore. Although you will be asked to donate blood.
It's a trick. Do you really think I'm going to fall for that?
Everything you need to know is on that paper. You're the one who decides how you live.
But why?
I think the time for sacrifices is over. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we should hurry.
Looks like it's still operational.
Now, technically, the only drawback is I actually forgot to swap back that to help with mastery. Yeah, just to give a heads up, that actually helps you boost your weapon. So, like, right now I can have that active. And then go to here. My weapon is the second one, which is weapon 2. That's the attack power of what it is from my two-handed Kingsword blade. Of my two-handed weapon. So, for that one, I'll show you what happens if I go to my Helper Mastery and hit that. That's where it roughly shows of the, hang on. There you go. Yeah, it still shows the same, regardless. As long as you have that mastery there, whether it's a Hellbird, two-handed, one-handed, hammer, bayonets, you will want those in there as part of your builds because it will help you guideline throughout the game. That is an advice of and recommendation as far as this game alone. Always have a good, powerful, more strength help with your masteries on which weapon you have. So for now, I'm going back to two-handed. I only use this Hellbird at certain occasions. If I usually don't fight with it as much, unless it's a boss fight like I just showed you. That's roughly the only times I use this. Sometimes I'll use this. Sometimes I will roughly use that of a bayonet. It just depends. But for now, since I'm done with the bayonet for now, I'm going back to that. And that. Because I still love my one-handed build. Whew. I love, because with the one-handed, with the right armor and stuff, you can actually move quicker and get behind your enemy and backstab them, which is always great. Sometimes if they're like facing like this, like say there's an enemy right here, and he's facing right there, and you're about like right here, coming up. You ain't gonna be able to walk like this and go up behind him and nail him. You're gonna have to come in his view and trigger him to come to you, but you can target him by hitting your R3 button, which is your right analog stick button. You just push it and it locks onto them. And then you are be able to move around and avoid his attacks. Just watch his swings. And then move behind him. And then push triangle of the basic attack to backstab. Sony version button is X. Or not X, sorry. Sony version is square for the light attacks. Xbox version is X. So just an advice thing. Just in case if you
This
play
place has
on
changed
Xbox
completely,
version.
too.
Also there have been
Seems like
side
everything's changed since the
issues.
Great
I
Collapse.
don't know if anyone's faced
The
it
only thing that stayed the same is
compared to
our
what me and my
appearance.
brother did. We have roughly, I had to contact them,
Come on. We won't find the source by
and
eliminating.
it was more like right now.
My fault. You say something, Louis?
Um,
No.
Why didn't I?
Is this really my...
shouldn't.
Like the actual blacksmith. So I heard you on your actual YouTube. Josh was my, no, but it's about killing all my TV.
Just so you guys roughly know, my brother is on my headset. Just a fair warning. So if any of you guys heard that, I apologize. That was towards my brother. He is on call with me by Discord, not on party chat itself. So I do apologize for any inconvenience that could have been issued. I do apologize. My brother's on here and he also apologizes as well, so he doesn't mean to. So yes, I do apologize. I don't think it really went through.
She sure is. In fact, she seems to be in a pretty good mood today.
Because I know streamings.
Visitation license.
I'm just not gonna skip that.
And then, what did the professor
Usually, I do real good.
You're like the obscure.
Another groaner.
I don't know.
So, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. Could be worse.
You're fine then.
Your sister has been taking good care of me.
You're fine now.
Don't worry. I'm the only one who can do it. And I have you and the others watching over me. So I'll be okay. Anyway, enough about that. I want to hear more of your stories from school.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're here early again, Louis. Is school on a break right now?
Yeah.
Okay. My brother right now, he's talking to me right here because he's on my Xbox helping me on Diablo 4, so he's telling me what he's roughly doing and helping me get better armor, so yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Does it hurt?
Yeah. Why? Why does it have to be me?
Like, I think I might have finished one of that.
Cruz, are you okay?
Ready to go. For some reason, my game froze again.
Oh, also, just an advice thing. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, just so you guys know, just a heads up.
Just stay away.
If you are playing your Xbox version of this game, me and my brother have ran this game on both Xbox One S. I've had some people play this on their end, and they were playing on Xbox Series X. Some of my brother has played it on Xbox One S and X. And apparently, by like that one build that I showed you earlier of using against that butterfly boss, it as soon as you hit that ability to do with Jack, it crashes and kicks you out of the game.
Kill me.
Me and my brother have faced it on our Xbox console, I have roughly got a hold of Microsoft on their end about the things because I figured that was part of their situation. Roughly, it has been crashing constantly. Um, I have made the reports to both Bandai Namco and Microsoft of the support to let them know roughly saying, hey, this is what's going on. It's been crashing. You gotta give them the explained detail of what the issue is, description of what's happening. Roughly, they want to know exactly what's going on. So they can go from there. The more descriptions, the better. If you have, like, say, if you're in the middle of a stream, like what I'm doing right now, and it all of a sudden crashed on me like this, they'll be able to see it, or not really roughly see it. It's more of, like, say, if it was videoed on here since it showed, you can save a copy video of this to your phone or computer or wherever and attach it to a ticket to send to them. They can see it down there and see exactly what you did and what causes it, so they can investigate a lot more farther to find out what happened on their end, and then be able to help you fix it and make it better playing. So far, roughly, as far as me playing, if you've roughly asked me, have I ran into issues on my Sony version of Campain of any crashes? I have not. I've only faced it. Few crashes here and there, but only once in the blue moon on the system. I have had one because I have Campain, the same games I got on my Xbox, I have on my Sony version. I played a Mahjong game, Minecraft, and it's crashed on me 2-3 times. But after my second crash, it allows you to report it immediately, right away, to where you don't have to submit anything as far as a bug or go online and contact support. Do it that way. Sony gives you the ability to where it's built into the system itself, where if a crash does occur on any game you play, it alerts you right then and there, and the recording's all there. You just hit submit. Now, if you want to add a video or a picture on there, you can, but you don't have to.
Stop talking about it. Let's get it done. Are we ending this nightmare or what?
Of course, Yakumo. Let's end this nightmare once and for all, sir.
Yeah, I know.
Now, there is another place I'm going to show you how to get to real quickly. Just for the nice giggles. I'm going to roughly show you before I continue here. Now, again, it depends, like I said, it depends on how you want to do it. You'll still have to face the butterfly and still do this. You can't skip that at all. You have to face that regardless. It won't let you go any farther than that. I'll guarantee you that. After you defeat the butterfly boss, it can depend on if you want to go in here to dried up trenches, and then beat him, and then go to the next area, or you could go down there, and then come here. I will show you the other area that I was mentioning about. So let's go to here, teleport. To get to the other position of the other location, you roughly gotta go to there, sadly. But it's okay, because as long as you know the route to get there, it's not really that far. Now, I could have earlier went to that location and then faced the butterfly earlier, but I could still get there pretty quickly, but I will show you the right guidance. So that way, if you don't know how to get there, it'll be in this channel so you can see it. So that way, it's there. Just for helps.
Looks like we're downtown.
Let's see what time. Okay, for that. No, I'll just use that one. Usually for the doggies, it's preferred that. If you guys ask and say, can you backstab those dogs? I've never been able to perform it, so I don't have that answer for you as far as that goes. If those attack dogs, if you can backstab them or not, that, no clue. I don't know. I've never tried it. I think I have before. Some of those. Okay, him. Let's see if I can alert him. That's a one smart thing, because if you just a heads up, little advice. If you come up here, you're gonna trigger that guy right there. He's pretending to be asleep, as you can see him moving, and the guy right there. If you come up here, that is a kung fu fighter. He's gonna do more damage on you on top of him and take you out. So my advice, trick, if you run into an issue right here and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do, and you're doing it like so, or you have a friend with you, usually your friend will probably come up here and take him out for you. If you're doing this together as a team and you're both roughly new and he's more farther than you, the best sneaker is to roughly take and alert this guy here, deal with him first, then come up here and deal with these two goons. That's the smartest decision to make. As far as anything else goes, I have beaten this game multiple times and played it a lot, rather it's on Xbox and Sony version. So roughly altogether, beating this whole game on both consoles, it's about, it'd be about a total of 8 times. Because it was about 4 times on Sony version, 4 times on Xbox, maybe even 5. So that's roughly about like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 9 times total. I beat this game. Really fun. But the so here's where you get. Now, if you're like, oh, why don't you just take that, go down there, that lever right there, it gets to an elevator, but the elevator isn't working. So, there's only one way to get there. You may try that route, go there, go down there and hit it, it's not going to work. There's only one way, and that's a straight drop. But you can strategize this. As you say, Jack, it is whatever, sir. This is a little method trick I found out. It helps you to where you can land these areas directly. and per se term where you're gonna land up right.
Don't get too
This
far
is
ahead.
the best method I found that helps. If I say if you do like this and just drop like that, you never know where you're gonna get, and it'll be a straight pitless bottom drop. And yes, it will kill you. So fair warning on that. You'll die. Then you'll get teleported back to the missile and come do this again. So just a heads up if you don't know that. Now this one's a little tricky because you gotta get on here and do that. Once you get to here, you get to this. Now, like I said, that is like a bottomless pit. So yeah, you can fall off the edge and die on this game. So also give it a heads up on that too. I should mention that at the beginning. This game, it's not like some games where it won't let you go off the edge. Like you just saw me going off the there and the here. But no, this game, you really gotta be careful. And also watch your surroundings when you're facing not enemies, enemies, while battling them. Yes, I must have done. But because you will be facing enemies along the pathing edges and crevices, and if you're facing an enemy, try to move out of the way of that crevice, because if you get hit by an enemy, they will knock you off. That can be irritating and annoying because it has done to me numerous times on different areas of the maps on the campaign. So yeah, just to give you a heads up, just at the beginning. This is
Just go
map
straight through the mist.
number.
I'll take a bit more than that to keep us from getting
Let's
lost.
see.
Let's take a break here.
Oh, this? It's called onigiri. It's a kind of food that's easy to carry around.
This is actually map number 4,
Not that there's
but
any point to
as I
eating
said,
food
you
for
can
a
get to
revenant.
here first. Now,
Although we may thirst for blood, we never grow
if,
hungry.
however, you are playing and it's a clouded wall, you won't be able to get to this place yet.
We drink blood. We revive. We fight some more. Our lives are pretty much one
Until you beat the boss. Then you'll be able to go from there. I've actually beaten this game more than once, so I think roughly when you first time do it, it won't let you.
If I completely lost the memory of my
So
past, I wouldn't be me anymore.
it roughly guides you to go to the dried up trenches and then here.
Something in the shape of me.
Once you beat the game, then you can choose where to go between here and then the dried up trenches. This is what you call the Howling Pit.
Back before I became a revenant, we always used to eat these things when we were out on missions. I guess it helps me remember. It was a miserable time, but I made some good friends that I shouldn't let myself forget. This stuff doesn't really taste that great, but eating it always reminds me of those friends. So, I guess you could say it helps me stay me. It's been an important companion in my life.
Okay, all set. Come on, let's get going. There's a blood spring up ahead. Be careful not to lose your bearings, all right? If we get split up in this mist, we may never be able to find each other again.
Salvage your helmet and ring. To get more Ubers.
You're not getting any at all? Okay.
And
price for this thing?
And then try and make one block of them. So once you all make solid the way to type solid blocks in it, like I was trying to get a new board, this helmet.
Depends. Try to do because they're both gotta go as far as that goes. Do the helmet first. Test that thing out there without the helmet. Do something different on the helmets. And then see if I'm still strong. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm not 100. Yeah. Which also, ladies and gentlemen, just so you guys know, that right there, access to that, it lights that up. You...
Darkness, mist, and water. The combination.
What? That's roughly been given me at, for some reason. It's been sticking me at a Doombringer for some reason. Sorry, my brother's asking me on a question on a different game right at the moment. So he's asking me about something, so I'm giving him an answer, so heads up. So I don't mean to throw you off in confusions. Like I said, you can come down here and do either or. Now, however, if you're wanting to get to, like, say, you want to do this, and then say you don't want to deal with that, technically the truth is, you gotta do that one. You can't avoid that. Because there is specific cutscenes and boss battle that you face in this one, you're gonna have to face. Every map area has a boss of its own, like this one did. I actually ran that once. And that one, beginning one, I should have done that before. But roughly, I kind of did it earlier. A different day when I did this one. So roughly that one I already completed. So, as you saw, I had that up to here. But to get to the next area, after these two, you have to bait this to get to your next area. Which I love. Some people don't like it. That's their opinions. I will say it is a maze. I will roughly give you that. I'm not gonna give a point until you see it, and I'm gonna try to aim for that if I can. Right now, I'm going to do a fast run just to show you. However, I will be streaming to get back to these two areas. Mainly this one, I can push through pretty quickly. I don't have to worry about play codes itself. The other one, I've got to avoid doing that with because it's a... it's a little bit iffy on doing that with. I recommend not doing it. But it's... Huh?
Something useful? Be sure you
Oh, okay.
Good
or just also fully going to that spot. If you get that, if you try to think he's not gonna jump down, if you touch that, he will jump down from that. So fair warning. Yeah. Problem that. Mm-hmm.
Look up there. I see something.
Yes.
The path branches here.
Actually, I'm gonna take my time on this. So I'll roughly do this area here and show you every locations and stuff. And then I'll be done as far as today. And then my next stream, I will be going from Hollow Pit to show you everyone there. I know I roughly said that I was gonna avoid doing that, but I was gonna push it faster on here. But no, I kind of changed my mind, and I'm not gonna do that. Roughly, wouldn't be a good idea. I could if I chose to. I could easily speed run all this and just go straight for the kill and go straight for the boss, and do the same for the Howling Pit. But
We can go up from here.
it's just best if I don't. Just in case you guys are roughly need to know where the like how do you get to here? How do you get to there? You know, just to, yeah, like that. It's him. You'll have to watch him. I'll go with him.
You're expected to pull your own weight,
treasure.
squad.
Let's see from there. My favorite, what I like to do for him. Look at that. That's one of my favorite things I like to do at least. That's really cool.
Nice and smooth.
Let's see. Now, to get back there, it's not hard. This is roughly right here, actually, sorry. That was a close call. Let's see here if I could coax him this way. Let's see if I can coax that guy, because facing him on. What do you mean?
We'll have to make good use of this. This is complicated terrain. Watch yourself. What do we have here?
And he will do that too. And yes, as you saw, Jack didn't do any healing on me. So there you have it. Sometimes they will not heal you. So you gotta watch that carefully. With him, he doesn't do much healing. Before
I'll keep you safe.
That roughly gets me to there.
The path splits here. This is a bad place to start. Did you find something good?
That leads me back to a faster route to the deal. Also, just ahead the word of advice. If you die one time like you saw, you can collect that on the map as it's shown. You get back your haze. You die the second time, any progression that you get on your haze, you lose and you have to build back up. So, collecting haze ain't much of an issue. if you know what you're doing as far as what's the best way to level up haze, what isn't, that's up to high roughly your decisions. You stay down, sir. No, that's roughly good. Now, this area you want to strategize and be smart about, because if you don't, you will alert them all in one shot. Like that. Now, him I don't really like because he does that. I don't really like him, but you can do a bayonet shooter against him. So in it, you just gotta watch it. It's hard to dodge that shooting attack, roughly. And from here, we're almost near to the boss on this game. You will face those goons up once in a while. They're kinda nice. There's your other missile right here, so. And doing that is best. Guess here's why. I'll show you in a minute, because. Here's that town sacrifice. And she alerts them all like that. You know, so roughly they can't get to you. But with her, you can kind of let her do something with that, roughly. And they're gonna try and get to you now, so the only drawback is they'll basically find you down there. So it's the only way, and no, they can't get to you up here, so. They're gonna try, but you can see down there, they're stuck down there for now. It's a little trick I learned, which is kind of roughly nice. Outsmart them little suckers. It's a little nice, little tiny, little funny, goofy move, but it's a move that I usually roughly like to. That's why I don't like that dude. Here's where it gets a little tricky because there's a little pattern, and when I'm doing that, I will roughly show you why. Because I gotta move this right here, that, this. Then you got that little free butt you gotta deal with. And he is a town tacker. The reason is you gotta move quick to get here. Because from there on to missiles towards your boss. But getting back wrapped around up there, it's not gonna be an issue. You just gotta move fast to get to there, or otherwise that thing will start continuing to shoot at you. And roughly, it's better to go deal with it. And thank you, Io. Oh, nice. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. God love. I love the designs. Like I said, the way they worked on all this, really amazing. I love how they worked on it. Check him out. Up here. Methods on all those, specifically, they're easy to get to. That little area that I showed you down there, that's... I haven't been walked past on those dots yet. There's really only just a chest there. There's not really anything like an armor. If you're wanting that, that's not a big issue. It's best to backstab. Like I said, if you could get behind him, you have a shot at backstabbing more of an attack. Check him out, because while this dude's right here, if you come up to there, you got a dude appearing right there, fire shooter right here, a fire shooter right there, and then there and there, two enemies over there hanging on the cliff, and one big boy over there. So you really gotta strategize how you want to do it. So yeah, that was my best method on how I approach that, which I'll nail him here in a minute. Oh, quit your laughing, you little giggle monster.
Fantastic.
Drop here. Always another thing is explore. Explore, explore, explore.
I'm getting a bit of vertigo.
And you can do that and knock his butt down. Ooh, what's this? Sometimes you can backstab. If you're quiet and softened up and you don't hurt them like that, you can do it. But if not, just go and take them out fast. Sometimes, with a two-handed weapon, you can do it. Other times, it's best to avoid it. And just... The only problem is if you got a tiny, narrow spot, do not do a short turn. But make sure you're locked on first before you perform that. And it missed that guy right there, so it's okay. Or if I still got that. But, like, there, right there... Don't try to go like this and go around, because you're gonna go off the edge. Ooh, advice. Narrow paths, don't perform that. You should just guard, which is your left bumper. It's best to avoid attacks. Usually that's the best method as far as my knowledge goes. Oh. I forgot. The one thing I didn't realize is there was a Festus right there. So, yeah. There's a good thing to do too, so. I have one, I feel like I'm not filled or something like that, I don't know.
Shall we go down?
Yes, we shall, Miss Io, m'lady. And rough in there is the boss fight. I'm going to show you the little cutscene of that one, so he's a hideous beast. A hideous with... I'll actually show you, so I'm telling you, because it's better if I don't spoil it. I prefer to show you what I mean. And now I'm going back to my favorite builds. Again, it just depends on what you do. Me, I prefer this. And yes, this I'm not forgetting to do that. Like I said, you got to time those hits correctly if you're going to perform those type of builds. Depends on blood code, skills, clothing, armor. Anyway. Each build roughly runs differently. Like I said, a big hideous beast with double swords. And I don't like him.
Stay focused.
Yeah, like I just tried to do. He's easy to deal with. Like that was his blood attack. Dodge out of his way when he does those and you avoid it properly. With me, I'm got, well, that and I've beaten this game more than once to make my builds. So, certain builds, if you do it roughly, but it depends on what build you want at the beginning, you want to make that decision first before you beat the game. This one you can get in the middle of the game, like I said, roughly, so I always have to go. Boom. Boom. And one other thing. Forgot to do blood sacrifice there. Usually me and my brother, that button right there, that's Jack's, it does that. Once he does that, that's when it crashed on me and my brother multiple times on our Xbox. Half the time the game, when we were just going from map to map, it would crash on this like that. Sometimes it's crashed on us when I joined him and he joined me, it crashes. Or on certain cutscenes, it will crash. Let's shoot. Boom. You have now, since that was his weapon, theoretically, as far as that went, I guess it was me. I run that when I face most of my enemies. Certain enemies you cannot do that with because they're just too tense. Like the saying, you gotta outthink that one. If you can perform it right, you can do it. I've never been successful on the sand as far as a few times. The only times you can, if you start all back at the beginning base. But roughly, that's a decision on your making. But it's kind of fun here. Let's go back to this. That's there. Like I said, all of this stuff is in the game. On the run, you could do. You just time it right, and you can do everything accordingly. Now to get this cutscene done, and then get to the Halloween pit, and then I will stop from there. And then continue on probably tomorrow or so. It's what's going on tomorrow and how I feel.
So, where are you dragging us off to next? What?
The blood vein here leads to the old city ruins.
Huh? Wait, hold on a second. Shouldn't it lead from the old city ruins? Singing. Hey, look at that. It's him. Careful. It's the hunter.
Is that woman his partner? I don't know what your story is, but let go of the woman. Now.
What the? Where'd they go? What just happened?
It's quite a treasure.
There's that. Like I said, this game is so much fun when you play it. It's got some challenges up to its meat, so don't be afraid. If you've never played with this game, that's always good to talk to a friend or a buddy that's played this game before. That might give you the right guidance that you need. Or if you want some help, look up YouTube. You can do that too. So there's more than one way you can do it. Oh my leg. And this is your next area. Like I said, you can face this one first, and then go to the dried out trenches and face that one. It's however you want to do it. Regardless, whatever you do here, you gotta beat both before you can continue farther into the campaign. Roughly. Anyway. Hang on, bro. Anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And as again, this is where I'm gonna leave off. And as again, thank you for watching my video of Fury the Dragon. Please smash that like buttons, give me a thumbs up, comment down below in the video what you think, and please subscribe to my channel. More and more, I'll be happy to see you all on my channel as continuing on Campain itself. Please let me know how I did, and let me know what you think. Roughly, my brother's talking to me, and he's saying it, so yeah. But you all have a good one, and I will hopefully roughly catch you guys tomorrow. And if not, I'll catch you on my next streaming channel when I do. Then start from here all the way, continue the rest of the way. You all have a good one, and talk to you again the next time I stream. Thank you.